And welcome to Peatline Field, where tonight the Post 320 Stars get their Black Hills Veterans Classic action underway as they take on the Cody, Wyoming Cubs. Stars have split their last 8 games and are looking to put together a winning tournament. They play Huron at 4:30 tomorrow, followed by a game against Billings to close out day 2. Saturday, the Stars wrap up against Elkhorn, Nebraska. And then on Sunday, they'll have all the teams seated, so we're not sure what time that game will be. But it said in the guidelines that Post 320 would play the last game of every day, regardless of the seed, which should put that game at 4:30 on Sunday. I'm Tom Anderson. When we return, we'll talk about the rest of the tournament field and bring you up to date on the rest of the games. This is the Soundbites Vintage pregame show.
Soundbites Vintage is your entertainment destination in the Traders Market in the Uptown Rapid Mall. We have music on vinyl, CD and tape, movies on DVD, VHS, and even Laserdisc, stereo equipment, TVs, VCR, and DVD players. Into collecting, you'll find sports and gaming cards, Star Wars, Star Trek, and other collectible figures, along with Hot Wheels and die-cast. We also have video games, books, comics, Barbies, and lots more. Open Friday and Saturday 10 to 5, Sunday 10 to 4. Paisanos Pachias, pizza and more, tasty appetizers, homemade soups and salads, signature sandwiches, and don't miss the daily specials. If you haven't had Paisanos Pizza, you haven't had pizza. Dine in or carry out, call 605-341-6941 or visit Paisanos at 3618 Canyon Lake Drive. You can also follow along on Facebook. Thanks to Stacy and everyone at Paisanos for their support of Rapid City Sports and this webcast. At Mike's Auto Sales, you'll be dealing with the owner, Mike Kuhn. He's been in the business a long time and knows just how important you are. In fact, ask about the 3-month, 3,000-mile You Matter guarantee. Follow them on Facebook. Find the full inventory online at Mike'sAutoSalesRC.com. They're located at 308 East North Street or call 605-231-8890. Thanks so much to Mike's Auto Sales for supporting local sports and this webcast.
And we are back with the Soundbites Vintage pregame show. Both teams come in with a record of 13-6. Cody swept Billings Blue Jays on Tuesday, and then they swept the Bullets and split with the Expos of Post 22 last weekend. Their leading hitter coming in is Russell Underberg, hitting .367. Also has 24 RBIs and a couple home runs. Easton Hartley comes in with a .328 average. 12 RBIs. He has a couple of home runs as well. As a team, Cody is hitting .309. Doing pretty well with the extra base hits. Wrapped out 34 doubles, 6 triples, and 11 home runs so far. And they've also stolen 54 bases. They've been picked off or thrown out stealing on 8 separate occasions. On the mound tonight for Cody will be Easton Hartley. Hartley pitched a couple of innings in their 11-6 win on Tuesday over Billings. He comes in with a record of 2-1. He's pitched 24 innings, given up 23 hits, 14 runs, 9 earned runs, walked 9. He struck out 25, so just over 1 an inning, and an ERA of just 2.63. As a team, Cody's ERA sits at 4.53. They've given up almost as many hits as innings pitched, 122 innings pitched, 119 hits, 129 runs. Only 79 of those have been earned. Cody has committed 47 errors in their 19 games so far, so to be a little sharper tonight against this Post 320 squad. They have turned 11 double plays on the season. For Post 320, been playing 500 baseball over the last couple of weeks. They split 4 in Cheyenne a couple of weeks ago after sweeping Billings 2 weeks prior and taking 3 out of 4 from Casper. And then in a couple of thrilling extra inning games, they beat Post 22 at Fitzgerald in 9 innings, but lost here at Peatline Field in extra innings. That was an 8-inning affair. Their last games last weekend, they played a pair on the road against Spearfish. They split those games, losing the first in a pitcher's battle 3-1 while taking the second 10-0. Slugging first baseman Max Speed was flexing muscle at the state track meet and missed those Spearfish games. He ended up with a 5th-place finish, though, in the shot, 9th in the javelin for St. Thomas More. The doubleheader was scheduled for Monday against Brookings, but the games were canceled. So that catches you up on both teams. When we come back to the Soundbites Vintage pregame show, we'll take a look at the results from today's opening day games and take a look at the Traders Market starting lineups. You are tuned to Post 320 Stars Baseball and the Vets Classic on YouTube.
Playmakers Sports Cars, Memorabilia, and Gaming is located in the Uptown Rapid Mall in the J.C. Penney wing. Brad, Justin, and the rest of the staff at Playmakers make collecting fun with a wide selection of sports and gaming, plus trade nights, gaming tournaments, and card shows. Follow on Facebook for all the latest inventory and events, and go online at playmakersllc.com. Thanks to Playmakers for supporting Rapid City Sports and this webcast. Traders Market is located in the Uptown Rapid Mall in the former Sears location in the East Wing. You'll find more than 4 dozen vendors with more offerings that can be listed. Custom crafts, furniture and toys, housewares, tools, collectibles of all kinds, plus music, movies, games. Don't forget jewelry, clothing, books, electronics, and more. If you can't find it at Traders Market, you may not find it. Big thanks to all the vendors for their support of this webcast. Open Friday and Saturday 10 to 5, Sunday 10 to 4. Playmakers Sports Cars, Memorabilia, and Gaming is located in the Uptown Rapid Mall in the J.C. Penney wing. Brad, Justin, and the rest of the staff at Playmakers make collecting fun with a wide selection of sports and gaming, plus trade nights, gaming tournaments, and card shows. Follow on Facebook for all the latest inventory and events, and go online at playmakersllc.com. Thanks to Playmakers for supporting Rapid City Sports and this webcast. Dakota Discount RV is your local RV dealer. Big thanks to Kevin and the gang for their participation in these webcasts. It's summertime and they are ready with a fresh lineup for your camping adventures. Find Dakota Discount RV in Rapid City at 3330 Mall Drive and just off exit 48 on JB Road in Somerset. Sales, parts, and service, 605-388-8243, and their website with their full inventory at dakotadiscountrv.com.
And I'm Tom Anderson. We're back in the Mike's Auto Sales broadcast booth. Let's take a look at the results from some of the other games here today. In Post 22's pool over at Fitzgerald, Alliance down Gillette 2-1. And then they came back with a second win over Laramie, 18-8. Laramie dropped their second game of the day, 8-0 to the 18U Prime Mountain West team. The Dickinson Grand Junction, we did not get a final as that was a part of this rain delay. Post 22 takes on Grand Junction here tonight. In the Post 320 pool, 16 under Prime West lost to Elkhorn 10-1. Elkhorn then lost their second game of the day, 10-7 to Sheridan. Sheridan down the Billings Bandits U16 4-1, and Billings was defeating Huron when the rains came. They called that game, so Billings should have picked that up. And then Post 320 versus Cody here. Let's take a look at the Traders Market starting lineups brought to you by Traders Market in the Uptown Mall. Batting order for Cody will be the shortstop, Easton Johnston, leading off, wears number 7. Number 20, the pitcher, Easton Hartley. The first baseman, Cannon Phillips, wears number 4. Hitting cleanup, Russell Underberg. He is the catcher, wears number 5. Tate Martin, number 34, is the third baseman, hitting 5th. Hitting 6th will be the right fielder, wears number 19. That's Lane Delzer. Gage Mockin, the left fielder, wears number 14, hitting 7th. The 8th hitter, Tommy Sitz, the second baseman, wears number 27. And number 13, hitting 9th, the center fielder, Evan Messias. Defensively for Post 22, your Traders Market defensive setup. Defensively in the outfield from left to right, in left field is number 15, Ben Hassett. Number 11, Aiden Bird, the center fielder. Right field is Colton Melhoff. Around the infield, third to first, Tegan Sales is at third base, wears number 3. Number 5 is Noah Wald. At second base, Adam Jansen wears number 14. Number 22, Max Speed, after hanging out in the state track meet last weekend. Back at first base, and Colby Witt behind the plate. On the mound, the ace, Burke Eschmeyer, getting the start here to start the Vets Classic. Eschmeyer on the season. Last pitched against Post 22. In fact, his last 2 starts came against Post 22. So we're going to take a break for the national anthem here, and we'll be back with the first pitch. This is Post 320 Baseball on YouTube.
Baseball.
Tom Anderson back with you in Mike's Auto Sales broadcast booth as we get ready for the first pitch here. Post 320 and Cody, both teams 13-6 on the season. Eschmeyer on the mound for Post 320. 6 games, 6 starts. He is 5-0 on the season, has an ERA of 2.10, his whip at 1.4. 30 innings pitched, 25 hits, 13 runs, 9 of those earned. Has walked 17, so he's had a little bit of control struggle. Has struck out 36. Batting average against of 221 in his last start against Post 22. Get to the right game. He went 4 2/3 innings, gave up 7 hits, 3 runs. 2 of those were earned. Walked 3 and struck out 2. In the previous outing, in the win over Post 22, Eschmeyer went 6 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs. 2 of those earned, walked 2, and whiffed 10. So Eschmeyer has been the king of the hill for Post 320, and he will face a lineup of Easton Johnson, Easton Hartley, and Kanan Phillips to get things started. Hartley on the season is hitting .328, 3 doubles, a triple, a couple home runs, knocked in 12. He scored 31 times from the top of the order. And when he gets on base, he's able to run 8 stolen bases. He's been caught a couple of times. He's walked 15 times, struck out 13 on the year. Easton Johnston, who's actually hitting leadoff. 2 Eastons back-to-back that get confusing. Hitting .264. He's stolen 6 bases, has walked 13 times. A double, a triple, and a couple of home runs for Johnston. 14 RBIs. He scored 22. So a couple of fire starters at the top of the lineup for Cody. And it will be Easton Johnston, the shortstop, wearing number 7, hitting from the right side, right on top of the plate. Eschmeyer, the right-hander, kicks, delivers. This one's popped up and out of play. So Eschmeyer starts off with an 0-1 count. Johnston with 53 at-bats on the year. Looks at that pitch just outside, 1-1. Eschmeyer got high in the pitch count in both those games against Post 22. He is up in the upper 90s when they finally pulled him after 4 2/3. Gets a high strike there to 1-2 now the count on Johnston. Eschmeyer's been sharp on the edges and blows it by him. There's a playmaker strikeout to get things started for Post 320. Johnston swings through the fastball, and Eschmeyer taking a look at another right-hander. Here's his counterpart on the hill tonight, Easton Hartley. Where's number 20? He's right on top of the plate as well. Eschmeyer likes to work to the inside. That breaking pitch misses outside, though, 1-0. Hartley, 64 at-bats on the season. He's walked 15 times. And if he gets on, he's stolen 8 bases. That one, a sharp hit ball to Wald off his chest, and he is not going to be in time. That'll be an error on the shortstop, Noah Wald. On the year for Post 320, they've only committed 24 errors in the 19 games that they play, turned 8 double plays, compared to the 47 errors that Cody has committed. But the leading base stealer for Cody on first base, 8 steals. He's been picked off or caught stealing twice. Third hole hitter here is Kanan Phillips. They thought they had him at first. Eschmeyer has an excellent move to first base. The speed came jumping off the base. He thought they had him cold. Phillips hitting .309. No, that's the team. Kanan Phillips, actually, we did not have any hitting statistics for Phillips. And we don't have their ages. We're not sure if this is a U16 team or not. They played the Bullets and the Expos from Post 22, which led me to believe the other Cody team was going to be here and had all their stats lined up. With the rain delay, I was able to get caught up here. Foul ball puts it 0-1. High hopper, and that's going to go over the head of Sales into left field. Runners at first and second. So after the error put Hartley aboard. Kanan Phillips. They had the tarp over the field while it was raining. If you tuned in expecting the game, you saw the tarp sitting out there perhaps. So there's still some bounce to the infield, and Sales would have had to been Wemby to have come up with that play. First and second, the cleanup hitter, Underberg, as we talked about earlier, 367 on the season, a couple of home runs, has driven in 24, and he's got a runner in scoring position to get things started here. One out, first and second, Eschmeyer to the cleanup hitter, hitting from the right side. Lifts one high to left field, giving chase, back, and off the wall. Runners will be able to advance just one base. Hassett went deep for it. Played it well off the wall to hold the runners just to a base advance as they had to wait. Hassett did a good job of deking him if he didn't think he was going to get to it. But that ball is going to carry tonight apparently because that one didn't look like it was hit that hard. But the base is jammed here in the first inning for Cody Tate Martin. Another hitter that we don't have any stats on yet. Hits from the right side. Takes a little pitch high and outside, ball one. So Eschmeyer got the first hitter on a swinging strikeout, but it's been an error, a single, and a long single to left to load him up. Eschmeyer out of the full windup. This is fouled off to the right, 1-1.
Scoreboard, Mark Travichek.
Eschmeyer worked out of trouble in both his starts against Post 22. In fact, he gave up 2 runs in the first inning on 3 straight hits, had a bases loaded walk that brought in a run. That pitch misses outside. Good stop by Witt. It's 2-1. As a team, 30 wild pitches, I think, slash pass balls, because I think they combine them. So that has been a bit of an issue for Post 320. Eschmeyer delivers that one right down Broadway, 2-2. Number 34, the third baseman, Tate Martin. They basically had stats for 9 of their hitters. They only have 12 players on the team. Martin lifts one high, right center field, Bird and Milhoff giving chase, and that is a grand slam for Tate Martin. The ball is going to carry here tonight. Those are 2 shots that didn't look like they were going to go nearly deep enough to give the outfielders trouble. The first one hit off the fence in left field, and Martin jams one into right center going the opposite way. And that's a 4-0 lead for Cody here in the first inning. High and deep to right center. Melhoff and Bird both giving chase. Bird in center tonight. He's played right field while Melhoff's been in center, but they flip-flopped the last couple of games now. So Lane Delzer steps up to the plate. In fact, I didn't even have Martin on their roster that I filled out. I think that came from the program. Just taking a quick look here. Yeah, they didn't even have Tate Martin. Oh, it's not Martin, it's Mockin. Couldn't read the coach's handwriting. Tate Mockin. That makes more sense. Pitch misses high and outside, 1-1. For Mockin, that is his first home run of this season. He had just 10 RBI coming into that at bat. He added 4 quickly. Takes a look at strike 2. Down and away. Delzer, a left-handed hitter, the right fielder. Looking to keep things going for Cody. 4 big ones on the board here in the top of the first inning. And a swing and a miss. That will be the second playmaker strikeout of the inning for Eschmeyer. A little anticlimactic after giving up the grand slam. Well, let's try it again. This is Gage Mockin. He'll foul it off to the right. It's actually Gage Mocken's stats that I gave you. Tate Mocken did not have any stats on the game changer stat sheet. Hard one hopper, second base, handled by Jansen to speed, and post 320 is out of the inning. But not before Cody plates 4 on the grand slam. 4 runs on 3 hits, 1 error. Nobody left aboard at the end of the top of the first. It's a 4-0 lead for Cody on the Dakota Discount RV scoreboard. That inning recap brought to you by Playmakers. We'll be back with the bottom of the first inning. This is Post 320 Baseball on you.
Paisanos Pachias, pizza and more. Tasty appetizers, homemade soups and salads, signature sandwiches. And don't miss the daily specials. If you haven't had Paisanos Pizza, you haven't had pizza. Dine in or carry out, call 605-341-6941 or visit Paisanos at 3618 Canyon Lake Drive. You can also follow along on Facebook. Thanks to Stacy and everyone at Paisanos for their support of Rapid City Sports and this webcast.
Tom Anderson back in the Mike's Auto Sales broadcast booth. 4-0 on the Dakota Discount RV scoreboard off the grand slam. The Traders Market defensive setup for Cody in the outfield. Gage Mocken in left. Center fielders Evan Macias, Lane Delzer in right. Third baseman is Tate Mocken. Shortstop Easton Johnston. The second base is Tommy Sitz and Kevin. Right, Kevin, because of our old broadcasting buddy, Kevin Phillips. Kanan Phillips at first. The catcher is Russell Underberg, and Easton Hartley is on the mound for Post 22. Traders Market batting order will be Tegan Sales, followed by Aiden Bird, Colton Melhoff. Hitting cleanup, Max Speed, Ben Hassett at number 5, Noah Wald, Adam Jansen, followed by Cooper Kimball, the DH tonight. We've not seen him this year. And Colby Witt, the catcher. So on the mound, Easton Hartley, left-hander. Hartley, 2-1 on the year. Won a couple of innings in the 11-6 win. That win actually picked up by Delzer in relief. Tegan Sales leading things off for Post 320 as he has all year, hitting .329 on the season. On base percentage of .855. Corkscrew batting stance from the right side. The lefty delivers. That's high and outside, ball 1. Sales delivered a couple of big hits in the win and the loss against Post 22. He had the game-winning hit in the win and had a 2-run RBI double in the second inning in that loss last week. That pitch driven down the left field line and is going to be foul. So a long, hard foul ball makes it 2-1. Just underway, bottom of the first inning. Sales waits for the delivery, and that pitch inside. 3-1. Hartley delivers, and Sales drives it in the gap, and that's going to get between the outfielders. Sales has speed, rounding second, and that's where he'll pull in with a stand-up double. We're going to have some hits going on here tonight based on what we've seen here in the first inning. 4 runs came off a grand slam for Cody if you're just joining us. That was by Tate Mocken. Tegan Sales gets things started here with a double in the bottom of the first. Aiden Bird steps to the plate now for Post 320. Bird still has an average over 500 at 510. Got 4 doubles, 3 triples, 3 home runs on the season, 17 RBIs, scored 22 times. And he has Sales standing at second base. Hartley pitching out of the stretch from the left-handed side, facing the left-handed hitter Bird. Closed stance on the mound. Takes a look, delivers high, ball 1. Sales on the season has stolen 4 bases, only 25 steals for Post 320. They are not real overly aggressive. Their leader, Sales with 4. Bird has 5, 4 for Eschmeyer. And nobody else with more than that. Ball 2. 2-0. Hartley dips his head, drives the ball inside. That'll be a 3-0 count now on Bird. He's drawn 16 walks on the year. Has an on-base percentage of .653. Pitched, catches the outside for a first strike of this at-bat. 3-1. Outfield shifting towards right. Still a big gap out in both of the gaps, right and left center. And Bird goes the opposite way, lofts an easy fly ball into left, and the play is made there, 1 gone. Colton Melhoff, right fielder tonight, the number 3 hitter, hitting .393 on the season. 8 doubles and a triple, he's driven in 19. Slugging percentage of .571. Looking to add to that here. Trying to get the Stars on the board, trailing 4-0 on the Dakota Discount RV scoreboard here at Pete Lean Field. Hard shot past the third baseman. They're going to wave Sales home. Here comes the throw. It'll be cut off by the third baseman. Sales slides in, and that is the first Playmakers run of the game for post 320 on the single to left by Melhoff. He rings up RBI number 20 on the season. Now, Max Speed was in a bit of a slump the last couple of weeks. He's not seen a lot of good pitches to hit. He walked twice against post 22 last week, got hit by a pitch. Had a big triple. This one to the shortstop, hops through. That'll be an error on the shortstop. Tried to pick it up and go to second to try and turn 2, and turned his head before he actually had the ball. First error of the game against Cody. First and second with 1 down, Ben Hassett. He's been an off and on hitter so far this year, hitting .278. 4 doubles, a couple of triples. He's driven in 12. He's been super outstanding out of the bullpen for .320. Hits from the left side against the lefty. Looks at an inside pitch, strike 1. So Hartley starts off on the right side of things for him here in the at bat for Hassett. 0-1, 1 gone, first and second for the Stars. This pitch looked like it was a breaking pitch, slipped out of his hand, 1-1. Pitch sails over the head of Hassett. He will step back in. The delivery right back to the mound. He'll go to second, 1-6-3, and that is how you do it. He erases the error, and the Stars limited just the 1 run in the inning on 2 hits, 1 error, and 1 left standing at the end of 1 full inning of play. 4-1 lead for Cody on the Dakota Discount RV scoreboard. This inning recap brought to you by Playmakers.
Soundbites Vintage is your entertainment destination in the Traders Market in the Uptown Rapid Mall. We have music on vinyl, CD and tape, movies on DVD, VHS, and even Laserdisc, stereo equipment, TVs, VCR, and DVD players. Into collecting, you'll find sports and gaming cards, Star Wars, Star Trek, and other collectible figures, along with Hot Wheels and die-cast. We also have video games, books, comics, Barbies, and lots more. Open Friday and Saturday 10 to 5, Sunday 10 to 4. Playmakers Sports Cars, Memorabilia, and Gaming is located in the Uptown Rapid Mall in the J.C. Penney Wing. Brad, Justin, and the rest of the staff at Playmakers make collecting fun with a wide selection of sports and gaming, plus trade nights, gaming tournaments, and card shows. Follow on Facebook for all the latest inventory and events, and go online at playmakersllc.com. Thanks to Playmakers for supporting Rapid City Sports and this webcast.
Welcome back to the Mike's Auto Sales broadcast booth. Top of the second inning. Traders Market lineup for Cody will be Tommy Sitz, Evan Macias, and Easton Johnston. 8, 9, and 1 hitters. Eschmeyer started the game with a strikeout. Had a runner reach on an error, back-to-back singles. That second single, a long one to left, loaded up the bases, and a long one to right center for the grand slam. Puts Cody up 4-1. That first pitch just misses low. 1 ball, no strikes. To the second baseman, Tommy Sitz. 255 on the season. Couple of doubles. Eschmeyer. And that's going to be a hit by pitch. With the wrong Cody lineup that I did stats for, they leaned into him. They were averaging a couple of hit by pitches a game. As I had to shorthand the stats here, I don't have the hit by pitches in front of me. But that hit by pitch puts a runner on first. Can tell you for Eschmeyer, that is the 6th batter he's hit so far this season in his 31 innings pitched. Back to first base safely is Sitz. He has 7 steals on the year. Average lead. The bunt places it perfectly. Sales goes to first. Speed with the stretch and the play on the sacrifice. Sitz moves to second. 5-3 put out. And now with the runner in scoring position, back to the top of the order, Easton Johnston, who started the game with the strikeout, will step up with 1 out. And sitting on second. Talked about Eschmeyer working out of jams in both his starts against Post 22. He only had a couple of clean innings out of the 10-plus innings that he pitched. Delivers to the right-handed hitting, and Johnston gets called strike 1. 2 strikeouts in that first inning for Eschmeyer to go along with the ground out to second that ended the inning. But in between the 2 strikeouts was the error, single, and home run. That pitch misses high and away, 1-1. Top of the second inning, 4-1 on the Dakota Discount RV scoreboard. Eschmeyer takes a look in, look back and in, and delivers to the shortstop. Wald looks a runner back, goes to first, 6-3 put out, and the runner has to hold at second. 2 gone now. Hartley reached on the error. Wald misplayed the ball, hit to him. That opened the gates a little bit. So Eschmeyer trying to work out of his second inning runner in scoring position situation here. Way outside. Witt does a good job of stretching across his body to keep that from going to the fence. As the season's progressed, Witt has done a better job behind the plate, getting in front of those wild pitches. I was watching the Miles City YouTube broadcast, and there were a lot of balls hitting the fences on both sides. That one misses high, 2-0. I want to thank Beers Box Equipment and Supply, Strive Fitness, and Denny Menholt Auto Group for their support of Post 320 baseball. Eschmeyer 2-0, swing and a miss. I don't know if he fouled that off. A lot of moving parts that time. Witt through the mask. Count 2-1, 2 outs on the Dakota Discount RV scoreboard here in the top of the second inning. Runner on second. Eschmeyer will check him twice into the plate. Fouled back to the fence. Deuces are wild on the scoreboard. 20 at bat, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the second inning. They did a great job of getting the tarp on the field before the heavy rains came. So the infield is good. Outfield grass might be a little slippery. That pitch misses high and tight. Full count now with 2 outs here in the top of the second inning. Sitz got hit by a pitch to start the second. Moved to second on a sacrifice. Had to hold there on the ground out to short. Now Cody trying to move him to the plate. 3-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled back. We'll do it again. Hartley hitting .328 on the year, just 12 RBIs. Looking to add that to a baker's dozen here on the 3-2 delivery. That is hit up the middle, right through the wicket of the umpire to center field. They're going to send the runner, and he is going to score as Speed cuts it off. So Hartley found the hole in the defense and drives in the run with the single with 2 outs. The speedy Tommy Sitz, who we had mentioned had 7 stolen bases on the year, that did not hesitate. Bird, who was playing a little bit deep in center field, I'm sure that wet grass slowed that ball. By the time he got to it, all he could do was hold the batter Hartley to a single. So Kanan Phillips hitting out of the 3-hole. Singled and scored in that first inning. A 5-1 lead now for Cody, top of the second inning. Eschmeyer gets Phillips to swing through the second pitch, 1-1. Both teams 13-6 coming in. Cody coming off a sweep on Tuesday of the Billings Blue Jays. Breaking ball driven and tailing away. Bird, that's going to be over his head. This ball is carrying. The outfielders are going to have to back it up. Runner's going to score from first on a 2-out double to right center by Kanan Phillips. In the games we've covered so far this year, the ball has not carried that well here at Pete Lean, but tonight, well, the rains must have washed all the dirt and muck out of the air. And that ball is carrying tonight. We saw a deep one to left field by Underberg, who's at the plate now. That was in the first inning. Then the grand slam home run, and that one driven deep in the right center field gap. Makes it 6-1 on the Dakota Discount RV scoreboard. Still in the top of the second inning. Eschmeyer sees this one hammered to left, and that is going to go to the wall. Hassett misplays it, couldn't pick it up the second time. It would not have mattered. The double and the run, back-to-back doubles, and Cody is grooving on Eschmeyer right now. We have not seen Eschmeyer get lit up like this in any of his starts so far this season. Tate Mackin, who hit the grand slam in the first inning, comes up with 2 outs and a runner on second, looking to add to that RBI total. And we did not have any hitting statistics for Tate Mackin. In fact, he did not appear on their roster for the tournament. Hitting in the number 5 spot, looking to add to that 7-1 lead. That pitch catches the outside corner high, strike 1. So 3 runs in the inning. It started off with a hit by pitch by Sitz. The rally last inning after 1 out started on an error. Handcuff sends the foul ball to his own dugout. 0-2, 2 outs. 7-1 lead for Cody. Did not see Eschmeyer getting lit up for 7 runs in any of his starts so far this year. He's given up 7 here in 2 innings. That's fouled out of play to the right side. Stays 0-2. Eschmeyer, 6 starts, 30 innings, so he's averaging about 5 innings a start in the 7-inning games. ERA of just 2.10. He'd given up just 9 earned runs all season long. All but 1 of the 7 runs here tonight are earned. Sales kind of hesitated, but fires across the diamond to record the 3rd out of the inning. As Mocken just reached his bat out, Sales kind of double clutched as he fielded the ball. 3 runs in the inning. That happened on 3 hits, no errors, 1 left standing. 7-1 lead for Cody at the end of an inning and a half. That inning recap brought to you by Playmakers. They can be found in the used to be the Rushmore Mall, Uptown Rapid Mall. We'll be back for the bottom of the second. This is 320 baseball.
Traders Market is located in the Uptown Rapid Mall in the former Sears location in the East Wing. You'll find more than 4 dozen vendors with more offerings that can be listed. Custom crafts, furniture and toys, housewares, tools, collectibles of all kinds, plus music, movies, games. Don't forget jewelry, clothing, books, electronics, and more. If you can't find it at Traders Market, you may not find it. Big thanks to all the vendors for their support of this webcast. Open Friday and Saturday 10 to 5, Sunday 10 to 4. Dakota Discount RV is your local RV dealer. Big thanks to Kevin and the gang for their participation in these webcasts. It's summertime and they are ready with a fresh lineup for your camping adventures. Find Dakota Discount RV in Rapid City at 3330 Mall Drive and just off exit 48 on JB Road in Somerset. Sales, parts, and service, 605-388-8243, and their website with their full inventory at dakotadiscountrv.com.
Welcome back to the Mike's Auto Sales broadcast booth here at Pete Lean Field. It's been a rough start for 320 Stars. They trail at 7-1 on the Dakota Discount RV scoreboard as we enter the bottom of the second. Your Traders Market batting order for 320 Stars will be the shortstop Noah Wald, the second baseman Adam Jansen, and Cooper Kimball DHing tonight. We have not seen him so far this year, so no stats for him. But we do have stats for Noah Wald. Wald, 250 average on the season, 3 doubles and a triple. Open stance from the right-hand side, takes a look at the first pitch from the lefty Hartley. Misses high and away, ball 1. Hartley sees his second pitch. That's carrying into that right center field gap, and neither of them can get there. It looked like both of them were settling under it, and it falls right between the center fielder and right fielder for a double by Wald. Again, we have just seen that baseball carry to that outfield here tonight. Already have 1 home run. There were 2 doubles in the second inning for Cody on deep balls hit. And Tegan Sales started things off for post 320 with a double. That's 4 doubles and a home run here just in the bottom of the second inning. Adam Jansen to the plate for the Stars. Crouches deep, swings at the first pitch outside, strike 1. He's hitting .367 on the season. A double, 6 RBIs. Wald stands at second. This one to the shortstop. Little ground burner, easy throw to first. Runner will advance on the slow roller. So a productive out by Jansen moves the runner from second to third with 1 out, and Cooper Kimball.
Next up, number 16, designated hitter, Cooper.
First time we have seen Kimball on the season. Right-handed hitter. This was another late add to the tournament roster because I don't think we had him on the roster. High throw back to the pitcher. Got up and snagged it, kept the run from scoring from third. We saw a play like that, 320 overthrew the ball back to the pitcher. That cost them a run. And that one will go to the backstop. Kind of dies in the rocks there as it hit the wood. And scoring from third base on the wild pitch is Noah Wald. Second run of the game for the Stars. They put up 1 in the first, now 1 in the second. They trail at 7-2 on the Dakota Discount RV scoreboard. 2 balls, no strikes. Kimball at the plate now with nobody on base. No conversation with the post 320 dugout about something. And Kimball will step in from the right side. Windmills bat a couple of times, cocks it behind his head, crouches down, looks at the inside pitch, strike 1. 2-1 now the count on Kimball. Colby Witt, the catcher, hitting in the number 9 spot tonight on deck. Hartley delivers, and that one is roped foul down the left field line, 2-2. Here's the pitch, and that one is hit deep to left field. Let's see if that carries, and it will not carry far enough. The catch is made by the left fielder, Gage Mockin, so a long fly ball to left for Kimball. And out of all the hits, all the balls hit to the outfield so far, that one looked like it had the most juice to it, and it died right around the warning track. Colby Witt with 2 outs, nobody aboard, hitting .212 for the year. Looks at that pitch outside. Witt has been hit by a pitch 9 times. That leads the team. He's walked 3 times. Takes a look at strike 1, 1-1. So despite the .212 average, he does have an on-base percentage of .413. Takes a look at the offering, fouls it off the top of the catcher's helmet, off the mask of the umpire. Resets Hartley with the new baseball, 1-2, 2 outs, bottom of 2. 2 runs in for the Stars, 1 in each inning. They trail at 7-2 on the Dakota Discount RV scoreboard. Hartley wheels and deals, and Witt slams it into left field. Right between the shortstop and third baseman, and Colby Witt keeps the drive alive here. With 2 outs, the number 9 hitter comes up with a single. That will go to the top of the order. Tegan Sales led the game off with a scorching double and came around to score on the single by Melhoff. They are allowing courtesy runners for the catchers as they do throughout the season. I believe that's Brad White pinch running, and that will be a hit down the line. That is going to be all the way to the wall, and the runner will stop at third, not deep enough to score the runner from first with 2 outs. So Aiden Bird flew out to left field for the first out in the first inning. Trying to keep things going here after a couple of base hits with 2 outs. They put runners on second and third for the Stars here in the bottom of the second inning. Hartley to left-handed hitting Bird. Bird leans back on an inside pitch, ball 1. Bird has just been lethal this year, hitting .510, slugging percentage of .882. Looks at a pitch outside. That one catches the corner, 1-1. Has 17 RBI, has walked 16 times. And that pitch over the head, that's the third time that Hartley has had a pitch like that slipped out of his hand, gone over the head of the hitter. I think all 3 of them been to left-handed hitters as well. I don't know if he's got a Bill Lee Ephus pitch in him or he's just losing grip on the ball trying to throw a breaking pitch. 2-1. Bird lifts it to left field again. And that will end the inning on the fly. No, he drops it. Bird wheeling, and they stop him at second base. Don't want to make the third out at third. So just as I call the inning, the left fielder sees the ball drop out of his glove. 2 runs in. Both of those will be unearned runs. So 3 runs in the inning now, and the Stars trailing 7-1 coming into this inning, now down 7-4 on the Dakota Discount scoreboard. Melhoff, who had the RBI single, leans back from an inside pitch, ball 1. Melhoff picked up his 20th RBI. Bird standing on second base. Melhoff lifts one to the right side, and that is going to drift beyond the fence. So Bird stays alive. The foul ball goes out of play. 1-1. 2 outs. Bottom of the second inning. 3 runs in for the Stars here in the bottom of the second. Matched the 3 that Cody put on the board in the top of the second inning. That pitch blocked by the catcher. Good job by Underberg to keep that in front of him. So Bird remains at second base after the left fielder just dropped the fly ball. Looked like a can of corn. This one driven deep to left field, left center, and that is the deepest part of the park, and it gets by the center fielder. Here comes Melhoff wheeling into third base. Well, we'll see if they're going to, how they score that. They're going to score that an error right away. So an E8 and an E7 after a single and a double with 2 outs. Tough plays going back for both the left fielder and the center fielder, but it looked like they both had it in their grasp. 4:15 to left center field where Melhoff drove that ball any place else in the park, and that is out of here. Outside pitch taken by Speed. He reached on an error by the shortstop in the first inning. Was left stranded, actually got doubled off. As Hassett hit into the 1-6-3 double play. Speed rips it down the left field line, 1-1. So Melhoff standing on third. Speed from the right side, looks at an inside pitch. 2-1. Every team that has faced the Stars has pitched very carefully around the cleanup hitter here. Speed rips it to left field. That'll score a run. Left fielder gets by him. Speed turns. He's got some speed. Coming into second, the throw off the mark. Speed with a stand-up. I don't know if they'll give him a single and an error or a double. The misplay in left field, I think, allowed Speed to go to third, or go to second, rather. But an RBI for Speed. He stands on second base, and that's going to bring a Conference to the mound. They still just have the 2 errors up there, so we'll go with a double now for Speed unofficially. And that is 5 runs in the inning. All of a sudden, that 7-1 lead has been cut down to just 1 run. 7-6 on the Dakota Discount RV scoreboard. And the Conference on the mound will allow us to thank a couple more of our game sponsors for Post 320, including Shields, Tatco Construction, Water Tree Hot Tub Saunas, and Water Treatment. Also McKee Ford, South Dakota Mines, and Scoopy Cow contributing to Post 320 baseball. Hassett, who grounded into that inning-ending double play in the first, steps in with Speed on second base. The lefty on lefty. Hassett swings through an inside pitch, 0-1.
At Mike's Auto Sales, you'll be dealing with the owner, Mike Kuhn. He's been in the business a long time.
And that will be a base hit. They hit the wrong button. Speed will come in just ahead of the throw, a 2-out single, and we are tied up. This is a brand new ball game. That is the 9th hitter of the inning, which started with a double, then a ground out to short, a fly out to left, a single, a double, back-to-back errors by the outfielders. Speed with a double, single maybe with an error, and then Hassett with the single. We are tied at 7 apiece here in the bottom of the second inning on the Dakota Discount RV scoreboard. Pitch misses high and outside to Wald. Got the inning started with the double, advanced to third on a wild pitch. That pitch fouled back. Count of 1-1. Hassett, who has some speed at first base, dives back plenty of time. Just an average lead over there, somewhere between the base and the infield cutout. Hassett has 3 stolen bases so far this year. That pitch just missed. 2-1. Hassett has extended that lead against the lefty who delivers. This ball lifted to right field now. The right fielder with an opportunity. He lost the ball in the lights, and all 3 outfielders have misplayed the ball, and into second with a stand-up double for the second hit of the inning for Wald. Both of those doubles. So the right fielder, Delzer, looks like he must have lost that ball in the lights because, again, an easy fly ball to right field. So the left fielder, center fielder, and right fielder now have all had balls drop on him. Since he didn't actually get to that and touch it, that should be ruled a hit, and they do not have an error on the board. So Wald at second. Hassett stands at third. This one ripped down the left field line is going to be foul. Jansen grounded out to short for the first out in this inning. This is the 11th hitter of the inning for the 320 Stars. Looking to break this 7-7 tie. That pitch misses high and away. 1-2. Good waste pitch by Hartley. Close enough that Jansen had to consider it. Let's go by for the ball. 1-2, 2 outs. Bottom of the second inning. Runner on second. Here's the delivery. This one driven foul off to the right side. Scoreboard stays the same at 1-2. Cooper Kimball, who made the second out, probably licking his chops, ready to get back to the plate for the second time this inning. hoping that Jansen can keep it alive. Jansen lifts one to left center, and that is going to drop the left fielder. Again, he may have lost it because he was much closer to that ball than was the center fielder. The center fielder, Messias, made a diving effort on it. But that is 2 runs in on the RBI single for Jansen. And Cooper Kimball flew to left field his first time up, which was in this inning. As the Stars go through their batting order for the second time, this will be the 12th hitter now of the inning. Runner on first, Jansen with some speed. Kimball lets the ball go, and it goes back to the backstop. Jansen turns second. He's going for third and is out. No, he's safe. He got under the tag. The throw was there in plenty of time, but a little bit high, and Jansen didn't slow down at second at all. I didn't see that he was on his way for a stolen base on the pitch, but he advances 2 bases on the wild pitch. The second of the game for Hartley. 1-0 pitch, and Kimball swings through on the break or the off-speed pitch. 1-1. 9-7. 8 runs here in the bottom of the second inning. That breaking pitch misses outside. I think that's the pitch he's tried to throw on the 3 previous occasions when the ball went sailing over the head of the batter. That fastball misses down, 3-1. Colby Witt, who got this all started with 2 outs with a single on deck. That pitch catches low and away, part of the strike zone. 3-2, full count, 2 outs, runner on third. Stars trying to keep this magical inning alive. And that is fouled away, and Kimball will keep his at-bat alive. Fly ball to left field for the second out in the inning by Kimball. Chance for redemption here with the runner on third. That pitch misses way outside, draws the walk, and the inning continues. Colby Witt singled and scored a run. His single knocked in a run. Wald started this inning with a double. After outs by Jansen and Kimball, Witt drove him in. And then 3 misplayed balls by the outfielders. 2 errors, and another one that dropped. The throw to first, and they have him picked off. In the rundown, he needs to stay in it long enough. The run scores from third, and still in the hot jam. And he's safe. He dives under, and Cody cannot believe it. All of the infielders and the outfielders converging on that play. And somehow, some way, Kimball, who was picked off, stays in the box long enough for the run from third to score. Jansen heads up. And now Kimball stands on second base with a stolen base. Jansen with the stolen base of home, I think, is how they'll have to score that. He's fouled back to the fence. 0-1. The catcher, Colby Witt. This has been some inning. We have not seen anything like this all season in the games that we've covered here for Post 320. A 7-1 lead coming into the bottom of the inning, and the ball gets away again. And advancing to third now will be Kimball. That is the 3rd wild pitch of the game. And I don't have the staff numbers. Normally I would have wild pitches, but again, because I had the wrong Cody team stats, you had to shorthand it during the rain delay. Try and do better tomorrow. I have a doubleheader here tomorrow. Huron and Billings. That pitch just misses inside. That looked like a pretty good delivery from Hartley. 2-1. Witt steps in. Runner on third. Fouls that one back. Won't be 2-2 and 2 outs. Deuces Wild on the Dakota Discount RV scoreboard. And the Stars have been wild here in the bottom of the second. 9 runs in the bottom of the second inning. They lead at 10-7. 13th batter of the inning. And Witt fouls it off to the right. He will stay with it. Hartley out of the stretch. And that is fisted in the infield, and the shortstop can't get to the little pop. Witt thought about going as the ball rolls into right field. A tough play for the shortstop. He's playing back, and off the fist, just a little looper right over the head of the pitcher. Didn't even make it to the infield grass edge, and Witt has his second single and second RBI of the game. We are back to the top of the order where Tegan Sales has tattooed a couple of doubles here so far, as post 320 has added another run to the board. Kimball scoring from third. That pitch misses high and away. This one blasted to right field, carrying deep, and the right fielder makes a leap for it. Delzer, who misplayed one earlier in the inning, makes the play on Sales. Okay, it's going to take me a minute to total all this up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 runs in the inning on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits. There were 2 errors, a couple of mental errors, possibly a third error on Speeds, if they gave him an error to go with the single. The 10 runs, the big number in the inning, and it's an 11-7 lead for post 320 after 2 innings of play. That inning recap brought to you by Playmakers in the Uptown Mall.
Paisanos Pachias, pizza and more. Tasty appetizers, homemade soups and salads, signature sandwiches, and don't miss the daily specials. If you haven't had Paisanos Pizza, you haven't had pizza. Dine in or carry out, call 605-341-6941 or visit Paisanos at 3618 Canyon Lake Drive. You can also follow along on Facebook. Thanks to Stacy and everyone at Paisanos for their support of Rapid City Sports and this webcast. Soundbites Vintage is your entertainment destination in the Traders Market in the Uptown Rapid Mall. We have music on vinyl, CD and tape, movies on DVD, VHS, and even Laserdisc, stereo equipment, TVs, VCR, and DVD players. Into collecting, you'll find sports and gaming cards, Star Wars, Star Trek, and other collectible figures, along with Hot Wheels and die-cast. We also have video games, books, comics, Barbies, and lots more. Open Friday and Saturday 10 to 5, Sunday 10 to 4.
And we are back for the top of the third inning from the Mike's Auto Sales broadcast booth. I'm Tom Anderson on the Dakota Discount RB scoreboard. 11 runs, 11 hits for the Stars. 7 runs, 6 hits for Cody, including a grand slam in that first inning. So neither pitcher has been sharp here tonight. It's trying to get the game changer game up here. If it would cooperate. There we go. Anders Lockhart has come in. I thought we had a pitching change. Eschmeyer's night is done after just 2 innings, his shortest outing of the season. We'll get his line score. So Anders Lockhart will start the top of the third inning with an 11-7 lead. See if he can turn off that offensive machine that Cody put together the first 2 innings. Had a grand slam home run and a couple of doubles for Lockhart. This will be his first relief appearance, 6th game, 21 in the third innings, 26 hits, 18 runs, 10 of those earned, 7 walks, 15 strikeouts. Batting average against the .295, his ERA sitting at .328. Lockhart, the right-hander, facing Delzer. Swing and a miss. Traders Market batting order for Cody here in the top of the third inning. Lane Delzer, Gage Mockin, and Tommy Sitz. Delzer struck out following the grand slam in the first inning. 1 of 2 strikeouts in the inning for Eschmeyer. That breaking pitch way outside. Lockhart delivers on a swinging outside strike 2. Lockhart with a short delivery. Catches the inside corner. Ring him up. Lockhart with a good start. Delzer K's for the second time. That is the third playmaker strikeout of the game for Post 320's pitching staff. Eschmeyer with the 2 in the first inning, including Delzer. Gage Mockin grounded out to second to end that first inning. Lockhart catches the outside black, strike 1. Lockhart holds the glove up high. It's kind of a lanky delivery. Whips that arm back, swings it through 0-2. The count now on Mockin. This fouled back to the fence. Stays 0-2. Unofficially, that line for Eschmeyer will be 2 innings, 6 hits, 7 runs, 6 of those earned. One of the runs scoring on the grand slam came as a result of an error. No walks. Had 1 hits batsman, struck out 2, both of those in that first inning. This one lifted down the right field line high and in play. Tracking it down is Melhoff. We've talked all year long about the range that these outfielders have had. They've had a couple of balls drop in between them in that second inning on back-to-back doubles. But the outfield of Hassett, Bird, and Melhoff, great range. Not often have they misplayed anything so far this year. So 2 out here in the top of the third inning. 4 runs in the first, 3 in the second for Cody. Sitz, who got the second inning started when he got hit by the pitch, scored 1 of the 3 runs. That pitch inside and low, ball 1. Sitz with a .255 batting average. Has not changed since that hit by pitch. Not an at-bat. Delivery from Lockhart gets away from Witt back to the backstop. No damage done. Nobody on base. 1-1 the count. Lockhart looking for the first clean inning by either pitcher here tonight. Holds the glove high. Kind of steps off. Just a little step back. Much like Eschmeyer as far as that little step on the windup. And he whips that long right arm back. Foul ball keeps Sitz alive at a 1-2 count. 2 outs, top of the third inning on the Dakota Discount RV scoreboard. An 11-7 lead for the Stars. They trailed 7-1 going into the bottom of the second. Put up double-digit numbers at 10. That one misses just outside. Good waste pitch, though, by Lockhart. And close enough that they had to take a look at it and consider swinging at it. Deuce is wild on the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the third inning. Lockhart take that little baby step back and delivers. That one misses outside and again back to the fence. Again, no harm done with nobody on base. Count goes full. Sitz wears number 27. Number of my favorite player growing up as a youngster, Carlton Fisk, with the Red Sox. He went to 72 when he went to the White Sox. And that's going to end the inning. The second strikeout of the inning for Lockhart. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left aboard. A clean inning for Lockhart. That inning recap brought to you by our friends at Playmakers. Back with the bottom of the third from Mike's Auto Sales broadcast booth. This is 320 base.
At Mike's Auto Sales, you'll be dealing with the owner, Mike Kuhn. He's been in the business a long time and knows just how important you are. In fact, ask about the 3-month, 3,000-mile You Matter guarantee. Follow them on Facebook. Find the full inventory online at Mike'sAutoSalesRC.com. They're located at 308 East North Street or call 605-231-8890. Thanks so much to Mike's Auto Sales for supporting local sports and this webcast.
And welcome back to the Mike's Auto Sales broadcast booth. I want to thank some more of our 320 sponsors, American Family Davis and Associates, Nick Davis, agent, the Stuart Martin Remax Results Real Estate Team, as well as Complete HVAC and Anco Builders of Infrastructure and Communications. The Traders Market batting order here in the bottom of the third inning, and it will be Aiden Berg, Colton Melhoff, and Max Speed. 14 hitters came to the plate in that second inning for the Stars. They put up 10 runs. Bird reached on an error by the left fielder. That pitch right over the top of his head. He ducks down. Now he'll step back in. Bird has been hit 5 times by pitch and lines it to dead center, right to the center fielder, who makes the play this time. So a fly out to left by Bird in the first. Then he lifted a fly ball that looked like it was an easy play for the left fielder again. That would have ended the inning, and he dropped it. And then the inning just flowed from there. Melhoff followed with a fly ball to center field that was misplayed by the center fielder. Singled his first time up, 1 for 1. Looks at a slow breaking pitch, strike 1. Melhoff with a run scored and an RBI tonight. And that pitch misses outside. I was very surprised to see Hartley come back out. He's at 69 pitches now. Lefty gives Melhoff a couple of hopper to the third baseman who misplays it, and then his throw is off the mark. That'll be the third error of the game. Against Cody, the second time that Melhoff has reached on an error. Max Speed, he reached on an error by the shortstop in the first inning, then had a misplayed throw to first back in time. His fly ball to the left was misplaced slightly by the left fielder. Gave him a double, scored a run later, had an RBI on that double. This one, slow off-speed pitch, just misses inside. Ben Hassett on deck. Speed, slightly open stance. Looks at that pitch high and away. Fifth in the shot put at the state track meet. Missed a spearfish doubleheader last week. Finished 9th in the javelin. The throw to first, and that is awfully close to a balk. There's that imaginary 45-degree line that runs between the rubber and the pitcher's mound. Speed fouls this one off to the right side, out of play, 2-1. One gone here in the bottom of the third. 4-3-0, the runs scored by Cody in the first 3 innings. They were shut down 1-2-3 by Anders Lockhart in relief of the starter Brooke Eschmeyer, who took it the worst beating of the season for the Stars ace. That pitch misses up and away. Hartley having a hard time getting a grip on that breaking pitch. He sailed more than a few that way. Speed rips it down the third base line. That is a fair ball. Rounding second is Melhoff. He'll come into third with the slide. Upends the third baseman, who is straddling the bag in the baseline, not where he really needed to be. The throw was not coming to him. That was a dangerous play for Melhoff as he's sliding in. The third baseman, Mockin, is standing a couple feet off the bag right in Melhoff's path. So Speed, with his second double of the game, puts runners at second and third with 1 out for Ben Hassett, and he is hit by the pitch. That loads him up. Noah Wald, who had 2 doubles, both of those in that last inning. Started the inning with a double. Then in the middle of all the madness, got another double. We have another mound meeting. Once again, we want to thank some of the Post 320 sponsors, including Beersbach Equipment and Supply, Strive Fitness, the Denny Menholt Auto Group. Give us a chance to catch you up on some of the scores from the first day of action here in the Vets Classic over in Fitzgerald Stadium in the Post 22 pool. It was Alliance 2-1 over Gillette. Alliance defeated Laramie 18-8. Laramie was shut out by the 18U Prime Mountain West. Did not get a final score in Dickinson and Grand Junction, and Post 22 playing Grand Junction over there tonight. In the 320 pool, it was Elkhorn, Nebraska over 16U Prime Mountain West 10-1. A 10-7 win Sheridan over Elkhorn. The Billings Bandits U16 team lost 4-1 to Sheridan. They defeated Huron. That game in the rain, I didn't get a final score there. It looked like that game was going to end after 4 innings, and then Huron came back and put up 3 runs. There's an 8-run mercy rule in the 5th inning. That pitch is down. So in the top of the 5th with a 9-0 lead, it looked like it was done. Nobody was touching the Billings starter. In fact, he had a no-hitter going. All of a sudden, 3 runs were put up, and then the rains came. So if they called the game after 4, that no-hitter would still be in the books and be a 9-0 win. 2 balls and a strike now on Wald. Looking to keep his night going. Fouls are off to the right side. 2-2, 1 out. Melhoff at third, Speed at second, Hassett at first. Bases jammed, full of stars. Wald looks at that off-speed pitch, drops in, and Wald, who had a couple of doubles tonight, takes a look at called strike 3. That's probably the best pitch of the night for Hartley. Drops it in at a great time. That gets his second out. Adam Jansen out of the crouch. Swings through the first pitch, strike 1. Jansen grounded out to short, and then I've got a mess in that last inning. I can't see what he did his last at bat. I have to go back and check the box score. 1-1 the count. Bases full of stars. Bottom of the 3rd, looking to put some runs on the board. This pitch misses outside. No place to put him. Hartley's hit a couple of batters, but I think he only has a 1 walk so far. This one drilled to center field, and that is going to drop in front of the center fielder. That's going to score a couple of runs, yes. And now nobody home at third base. Heads up running by Ben Hassett, who had stopped at second base as the throw came in, and nobody was at third. Hassett alertly makes his way that way. A couple of runs knocked in for Jansen on the single. So now runners at first and third, and Cooper Kimball flew out to left and walked. Both those at-bats coming in that 10-run second inning. So 2 runs in makes it a 13-7 lead now for the Post 320 Stars on the Dakota Discount RV scoreboard here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. The way the ball was carrying, we thought we'd see a lot of runs, and it's not been disappointing. Another high pitch gets away, looking down to second. The throw off the mark, goes into center field. Bad decision made by the catcher. As Jansen, same thing he did as last time he was on. With a runner on third, took off for second, and picks up the stolen base on the bad throw. The stolen base credited to Hassett. This one driven in the gap, right center field. That will score another run. Ball still bouncing around, and they will put up the stop sign for Kimball as the throw comes in. Kimball, that might be his first hit of the year. I've not seen any stats for him. Just showed up on the roster and drives in a run here. And this book is getting very messy. Colby Witt, and now we're going to have a conference on the mound again. That should result in a pitching change, and we will take a break while they bring in the new hurler for Cody with a 15-7 lead now on the Dakota Discount RV scoreboard. Stars up here in the bottom of the 3rd. This is 320 baseball on YouTube from the Mike's Auto Sales broadcast booth.
Paisanos Pachias, pizza and more. Tasty appetizers, homemade soups and salads, signature sandwiches, Don't miss the daily specials. If you haven't had Paisano's Pizza, you haven't had pizza. Dine in or carry out, call 605-341-6941 or visit Paisano's at 3618 Canyon Lake Drive. You can also follow along on Facebook. Thanks to Stacy and everyone at Paisano's for their support of Rapid City Sports and this webcast. Soundbites Vintage is your entertainment destination in the Traders Market in the Uptown Rapid Mall. We have music on vinyl, CD and tape, movies on DVD, VHS, and even Laserdisc, stereo equipment, TVs, VCR, and DVD players. Into collecting, you'll find sports and gaming cards, Star Wars, Star Trek, and other collectible figures, along with Hot Wheels and die-cast. We also have video games, books, comics, Barbies, and lots more. Open Friday and Saturday 10 to 5, Sunday 10 to 4.
And we're back in the Mike's Auto Sales broadcast booth. I was trying to total up the mess on Hartley's line and didn't realize I was on the black page here. We have a new pitcher for Cody. I can find him in the roster here. That'll be number 17, Weston Niziolik. He has made a couple of appearances this year. 8 innings, 7 hits, 15 runs, 11 of those earned. He's walked 14 in those 8 innings. 7 strikeouts, an ERA of 9.63. So Niziolik comes in to pitch. And let's see. Hartley will go to center field. Yeah, Mockin, Johnston, Sitz, and Phillips still on the infield under Berg at catcher. Outfield of Gage, Mockin, Hartley now in center field, and Delzer will sit down. So Niziolik will come in place of Messias. Ball bounces off the heels of the shortstop. So Colby Witt reaches on an error. Had a single, a couple of RBIs, and a run scored. Back to the top of the order. This will be the 9th hitter in this inning. Tegan Sales, double, and a fly to right. That fly to right end of the second inning. Sales waits and pops it up to the right side. No fly ball's been a sure thing, and that one drops. And it's a fair ball. The first baseman had it in his glove. Another error committed, back-to-back errors. And that's going to score 1 run. Kimball scores from second. Advancing to third is Witt. The 10th hitter of the inning is Bird. It was a 7-1 lead going into the bottom of the second inning, and the Stars have just gone crazy here in innings 2 and 3. Score now 16-7. It's an 8-run mercy rule after 5 innings, 15 after 3. Unless there are 2 South Dakota teams playing, then they have to play at least 5. Apparently, regardless of the score. They didn't have a run count in the tournament rules. 1-0 the count on Bird. Looks at a breaking pitch off the mark. Another lefty out there, Niziolik. So back-to-back lefties, and the Stars have liked the left-handed variety here tonight. Sales at first with a good lead. Does not run. That pitch catches the out. No, it did not catch the outside. It looked like a really good pitch. 3-0 now the count. But I'm up here and the umpire's down there, and I've got an umpire and a catcher in front of me. That pitch misses low and away, and that's going to load him up. So Niziolik comes in and does not get helped by his defense with a couple of errors. And then doesn't help himself by walking Bird. Milhoff, single and an RBI his first at bat, reached on errors his last 2 times, scored runs both those times. Milhoff drills it, shortstop, worm burner, makes the play at second, 6-4. That ends the inning, but more damage done by the Stars as they pick up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 runs in the inning. And none of them earned. There was an error that should have been the second out, the strikeout before the RBI, so none of those runs earned. At 16-7 here at the end of 3. That inning recap brought to you by Playmakers Sports Cards, Memorabilia, and Gaming, located in the Uptown Rapid Mall in the J.C. Penney Wing. Follow them on Facebook for all the latest inventory and events, and go online at playmakers.com.
Traders Market is located in the Uptown Rapid Mall in the former Sears location in the East Wing. You'll find more than 4 dozen vendors with more offerings that can be listed. Custom crafts, furniture and toys, housewares, tools, collectibles of all kinds, plus music, movies, games. Don't forget jewelry, clothing, books, electronics, and more. If you can't find it at Traders Market, you may not find it. Big thanks to all the vendors for their support of this webcast. Open Friday and Saturday 10 to 5, Sunday 10 to 4. Playmakers Sports Cars, Memorabilia, and Gaming is located in the Uptown Rapid Mall in the J.C. Penney Wing. Brad, Justin, and the rest of the staff at Playmakers make collecting fun with a wide selection of sports and gaming, plus trade nights, gaming tournaments, and card shows. Follow on Facebook for all the latest inventory and events, and go online at playmakersllc.com. Thanks to Playmakers for supporting Rapid City Sports and this webcast.
Okay, I think I've totaled up part of Hartley's line. 2 2/3 innings, gave up 14 hits, 16 runs, and unbelievably only one of those runs was earned. And that was a run in the first inning. Sales with the double and the single by Milhoff to score him. All the other runs scored because of errors that should have resulted in the inning being over with. 16-7, top of the 4th inning, our Traders Market batting order will be Nizilowic to lead off. Back to the top of the order with Johnston and Hartley. Niziolek, can't read my own writing. Hitting from the right side, wide open stance. Lockhart on the mound. Came in relief of Eschmeyer and went 1-2-3 the last inning with a couple of strikeouts. Top of the 4th, 16-7 on the Dakota Discount RV scoreboard. Lockhart and hides his face. Now he's going to step off the mound. Witt's going to go out and have a conversation. They couldn't agree on what the second pitch should be. Niziolek hitting just .216 on the year, has a double, 37 at bats. He's knocked in 9, scored 7 times, 6 walks. Witt is back. See if he and Lockhart are on the right page. Eschmeyer went just 2 innings, gave up 6 hits, 7 runs, 6 of those earned, did not walk anybody, had 2 strikeouts in the first inning. Lockhart fires one high, 1-1. So Niziolek trying to get things rolling again here for Cody. They had 4 runs in the first on the grand slam, 3 in the second on a couple of doubles. Got shut down 1, 2, 3 in the third by Lockhart. Looking to get things going again here in the 4th. 2-1 the count. First hitter up in the top of the 4th inning. Niziolek came in relief of Hartley. And the pitch catches the outside, 2-2. The errors have plagued Cody this year, resulting in 15 unearned runs in this game. Had the defense played the way they should have been playing, this would be a much different ball game. They had 3 missed plays in the outfield in that second inning. And a swing and a miss. Lockhart with strikeout number 3. Retires the first batter here in the top of the 4th inning. Back to the top of the order for Cody will be Johnston. 1 of 2 Eastons in the lineup. Easton Johnson hitting first. Easton Hartley hitting second. Johnston reached on an error in that first inning and scored on the grand slam. Had a single, RBI single in the second and scored in that 3-run second for Cody. Lockhart with one down. This ball is looped into right field, and that is going to drop in front of Melhoff. So a single by Johnston, trailing 16-7. Johnston 6 stolen bases on the year. I can't imagine that they are going to be in running mode right now. Hartley, who moved to center field when he was relieved on the mound, to the plate. 328 average on the year. Reached on the error in the single, as we mentioned earlier. Throw over to first. Johnston back safely. Hartley with a couple of runs scored and an RBI single. Very short lead at first base right now. Lockhart takes a couple of peeks and delivers. That one misses low and away. Ball 2. No, ball 1. The scoreboard operator is quick on the finger over here. Lockhart takes his time, and that will be strike 1. 1-1. Right now, Johnston sitting over at first, not looking like any kind of a base stealing threat. And down by 9, they need more than his run to make things go. Lockhart's breaking ball fouled down the third base line. Be 1-2. Over on Fitzgerald, Post 22 is playing Grand Junction tonight. Full slate of games tomorrow on both fields, so a lot of baseball to be seen this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Games at both fields. Hopefully the weather clears up. It's turned into a nice night once the rains went away. I had to hustle home. I realized I had a box of records sitting on my porch getting drenched. Fortunately, they weren't too wet when I got home. Got back here in time for the start of this game. And the pitch is fouled off. 1-2 remains the count. With one out here in the top of the 4th inning. Hartley holds the bat just above his shoulders. Straight ahead stance from the right side. Lockhart takes a look at first, kicks and delivers. That pitch misses high and away. 2-2. Canaan Phillips on deck. A single and a run scored in the first, a double and a run scored in the second. Johnston rocking back and forth in his lead at first base. Lockhart swing and a miss inside and set him down. Lockhart, his 4th playmaker strikeout of his relief appearance here in inning number 2. 4 out of the 5 outs coming via the K. And Phillips, first baseman, hitting in the 3-hole tonight. The runner on first. Now we'll see if Johnston gets a little bit more aggressive with 2 outs. Lockhart takes a peek over the shoulder, and he delivers, and Phillips sends it high in the air to left center. Bird settling under it, actually more into center field. Left fielder came over. I lost it when it went above the roof line. Easily handled. That's 2 shutout innings for Anders Lockhart in relief at the top of the 4th inning. There was no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left aboard. It's a 16-7 lead for Post 320 entering the bottom of the 4th inning. That inning recap brought to you by Playmakers.
Traders Market is located in the Uptown Rapid Mall in the former Sears location in the East Wing. You'll find more than 4 dozen vendors with more offerings that can be listed. Custom crafts, furniture and toys, housewares, tools, collectibles of all kinds, plus music, movies, games. Don't forget jewelry, clothing, books, electronics, and more. If you can't find it at Traders Market, you may not find it. Big thanks to all the vendors for their support of this webcast. Open Friday and Saturday 10 to 5, Sunday 10 to 4. Dakota Discount RV is your local RV dealer. Big thanks to Kevin and the gang for their participation in these webcasts. It's summertime and they are ready with a fresh lineup for your camping adventures. Find Dakota Discount RV in Rapid City at 3330 Mall Drive and just off exit 48 on JB Road in Somerset. Sales, parts, and service, 605-388-8243, and their website with their full inventory at dakotadiscountrv.com.
Tom Anderson back with you in the Mike's Auto Sales broadcast booth. It was a 4-1 lead after one for Cody off a grand slam. They added 3 more runs in the top of the second inning. Lead was sitting at 7-1. And a leadoff double by Wald, a couple of outs, and it looked like things might be going Cody's way. And then everything broke loose. Witt had a single, a double by Sales, and back-to-back drops in the outfield just complicated matters more. Max Speed followed with a double, and the inning just rolled on. They scored 10 runs in the bottom of the second, 5 more in the bottom of the third. They lead at 16-7 here in the bottom of the fourth inning on the Dakota Discount RV scoreboard. Max Speed steps in. He's got 2 doubles tonight, reached his first time on an error. An RBI and a couple of runs scored for the cleanup hitter. Takes a look at a breaking ball, misses outside from the lefty. Izzy Olick stays on the mound for his first full inning of relief. That one is slapped down foul the third base line, 1-1. Izzy Olick came in with trouble on the bases. His defense committed back-to-back errors, then he walked a runner, but nobody scored on his watch, or in his book rather. Gave up a couple of runs though on those 2 errors. That pitch misses down, 2-1. I still haven't figured out Hartley's walks and strikeouts because I have such a mess in that second and third inning. Speed rips it deep to center field, the deepest part of the park, and that is off the wall. Speed is going to round second. He's legging it. Here he comes into third. That's going to be a stand-up triple for Max Speed. And for Speed, he had a triple to tie things up against Post 22 last week, only to see the game lost in the next inning. But for Speed on the season, that is his, somehow I messed up his doubles and his triples. I believe that's his 3rd triple on the year. He ran sprints his junior year. I was talking with his dad, Ryan, who helps us out here with the webcast, getting everything set up. And apparently he had a foot problem, so they didn't run him in the sprints this year. In looking at the St. Thomas More track records, he had some top 5 numbers in there for juniors. This year restricted to throwing the shot and the javelin. But legs out a triple here, and Hassett, that ball hits him right on top of the helmet. That's his second hit by pitch in the game. He got hit by his pitch his last time up. So first and second, Noah Wald had 2 doubles in that 10-run second. Struck out his last at-bat in the 3rd inning. Runners at first and third now. Ball gets away. Speed will waltz home on the pass ball. And down to second goes Hassett. So we've had 3 wild pitches. I think most of these teams combine the wild pitches and pass balls. Before on the game for Cody. Another unearned run comes across as Speed crosses the plate, makes it a 17-7 game. Hot shot up the middle. That's going to be through for a base hit. Another run. Hassett will score easily from second on the RBI single by Wald. He's got a couple of doubles and a single. Which reminds me to tune in at the end of the game. We'll have our Paisanos Paquia player of the game, and boy, it's going to be draw a name out of the hat the way these guys are pounding the ball. So 2 runs in the inning. Makes it 18-7. Again, in this tournament, it's an 8-run mercy rule after 5. 15 runs after 3, so we're right in between the innings and the runs. I don't know that Post 320 wants this game to stop. They are just ripping the baseball against these lefties. Jansen at the plate takes a look at the slow Bender drop in on the outside. Inning started with a max speed triple, hit by pitch by Hassett, the single by Wald. Drove in Hassett, who advanced on the wild pitch pass ball. That slow Bender misses on the outside. 2-1. A triple hit by pitch and a single, Jansen. Couple of singles and a ground out. Fouls that one back, 2-2. Jansen, some heads-up base running. Yeah, I can finally read through all my scribbles. So he's 2 for 3. Scored a couple of runs, driven in 1 run, a couple of stolen bases. The throw to first, easily back is Wald. Wald has a couple of steals on the year with a 9-run lead. Not baseball etiquette to run. That pitch is going to be lined into left center. The diving attempt by Hartley makes the play. So Hartley with an outstanding play in center field. He could have used that from his outfielders way back in that second inning. That is 1 gone. Looked like that ball was going to fall, and Hartley with a sliding face-first dive comes up with the play. Kimball, fly out to left, a walk, and a double. Scored a couple of runs, knocked in a run. Jansen with a couple of stolen bases. Both those with coming with a runner on third where he had a late break, drew the throw, got caught in a box. That breaking pitch misses way outside. As another lefty lets one slip. And both times comes up with a stolen base, got out of the box somehow on that first one, and the runner from third scored. That one is going to go through the shortstop hole. And they'll go station to station. No, now caught halfway between second and third. The throw is not in time. Little confusion for Wald as to whether he's going or not. Got caught in no man's land. Finally broke for it. Made a great slide to the outfield side of the bag, head first. Wrapped his arm around the bag, beat the tag, and advancing to second on the throw is Kimball. So Colby Witt. He's 2 for 2, reached on an error, a couple of RBIs and a run. 16-7 on the Dakota Discount RV scoreboard. Witt with a couple of runners in scoring position. We can move that digit to double. Sorry, it's 18-7 with the 2 runs in this inning. Two balls, no strikes. Out of the stretch. That pitch misses high and away, 3-0. First base is open at the moment. Niziolik. A struggle here in his second inning. That pitch goes behind the hitter and heads up play, advancing to second and third. Scoring was Wald on the pass ball wild pitch, which was ball 4. Going to third was Kimball. And Witt reaches by walk. He'll have the courtesy runner. Wearing the camouflage uniforms, they do a good job of camouflaging the numbers. I'm not sure who is in running for Witt right at the moment. Again, the Stars have gone through their order. Don't take that back. It sails to the top. My innings are starting to mash together here. That breaking pitch misses badly outside. So both lefties have had a problem getting that breaking pitch out of their hand in the fashion that they wanted. 19-7. And that pitch inside gets away. Play at the plate is in time. Yes. Niziolek somehow hung onto the ball as Kimball is tossed out 1-2. Advancing to second on the pass ball wild pitch was Witt. That's 5 wild pitch pass balls at least in the game. So 2 gone in the bottom of the 4th. 19-7 lead. Sales rips this one. It's tailing away from the center fielder. It's going to get by him all the way to the wall. Sales hustling the right fielder, finally comes up with the baseball. Here comes Sales into third, and he will beat the throws. Triple for Tegan Sales. Great hustle. He never let up. Once that ball got to the wall, he knew that was a deep throw. The right fielder had to come all the way over as the center fielder overran the play. And Witt with the score.
Up to bat, number 7, Colton Sales.
So pinch hitter will be Colton Sales. He will replace Aiden Bird in the lineup. Colton Sales on the season, hitting .250, 24 at-bats on the year. Pitch misses outside. So Duke 2 out, runner on third. 20-7 now on the Dakota Discount RV scoreboard. Did not see this coming after the Stars were down 7-1 and their ace getting rocked in the first 2 innings. And they have just been mashing the ball since that first inning. That pitch misses outside, 3-0. So Bird sits down and went 0 for 3 tonight. Really the only Stars player who didn't join in the fun. Had a walk, reached on an error, scored a run. That pitch right down the middle of the taking all the way. Join us for the post-game show brought to you by Soundbites Vintage. We'll take a look at the scores today, take a look at this mess of a book, and look ahead to tomorrow's contest as well as Sales draws the walk, puts runners at first and third. And now, with Colton Milhoff coming to the plate, they will have hit through their order for the 3rd straight inning. Milhoff with runners at first and third, 2 outs. That pitch inside, ball 1. Niziolek came in relief of Hartley, who went 2 2/3 innings. Swing on the off-speed pitch, moves the count to 1-1. Hartley gave up 14 hits, 16 runs, but only 1 of those was earned. The defense has let Cody down here tonight, and post 320 took full advantage of it. The ball right behind the catcher Underberg, he couldn't locate it, and heads up at first base. Sales advances on the pass ball. We're going to do a basic recap at the end of this game because I can't read half of what I've written down. And that's a good problem to have for 320. That pitch missing on the inside part of the plate. 3-1. 3-1, 2 outs, bottom of the 4th inning. 13-run lead for the Stars. Runners at second and third trying to extend that. To Hopper to the shortstop, and it takes a funny hop, and that's going to score 2 runs, and that is going to be the ball game. In tournament play, it's a 15-run mercy rule after 3 innings, and that is 3 innings, so it's going to be a 22-7 win for the post 320 Stars as they put up 6 runs on the error to end the game, appropriately enough for Cody, who suffered through a very poor fielding first game of this Vets tournament. They end up with 7 runs, 7 hits. I think that's 5 or 6 errors, trying to look through the fence here. 22 runs, 10 hits, just 1 error for Post 320. We're going to take a break, and we'll come back with the Soundbites Vintage post-game show as we continue with 320 baseball here on the first day of the Vets Classic.
Soundbites Vintage is your entertainment destination in the Traders Market in the Uptown Rapid Mall. We have music on vinyl, CD and tape, movies on DVD, VHS, and even Laserdisc, stereo equipment, TVs, VCR, and DVD players. Into collecting, you'll find sports and gaming cards, Star Wars, Star Trek, and other collectible figures, along with Hot Wheels and die-cast. We also have video games, books, comics, Barbies, and lots more. Open Friday and Saturday 10 to 5, Sunday 10 to 4. Playmakers Sports Cars, Memorabilia, and Gaming is located in the Uptown Rapid Mall in the J.C. Penney Wing. Brad, Justin, and the rest of the staff at Playmakers make collecting fun with a wide selection of sports and gaming, plus trade nights, gaming tournaments, and card shows. Follow on Facebook for all the latest inventory and events, and go online at playmakersllc.com. Thanks to Playmakers for supporting Rapid City Sports and this webcast. Traders Market is located in the Uptown Rapid Mall in the former Sears location in the East Wing. You'll find more than 4 dozen vendors with more offerings that can be listed. Custom crafts, furniture and toys, housewares, tools, collectibles of all kinds, plus music, movies, games. Don't forget jewelry, clothing, books, electronics, and more. If you can't find it at Traders Market, you may not find it. Big thanks to all the vendors for their support of this webcast. Open Friday and Saturday 10 to 5, Sunday 10 to 4. Dakota Discount RV is your local RV dealer. Big thanks to Kevin and the gang for their participation in these webcasts. It's summertime and they are ready with a fresh lineup for your camping adventures. Find Dakota Discount RV in Rapid City at 3330 Mall Drive and just off exit 48 on JB Road in Somerset. Sales, parts, and service, 605-388-8243, and their website with their full inventory at dakotadiscountrv.com.
Tom Anderson back in the Mike's Auto Sales broadcast booth. 22-7 win for the Stars. They trailed Cody at the end of one inning, 4-1. A grand slam in that first inning by Tate Mockin. 3 more runs in the top of the second for Cody. A couple of doubles and a single in there. Started off with a hit by pitch. It was 7-1 going into the bottom of the second. Then 10-run score for the Stars on what started as a double by Wald, a couple of outs, a single by Witt kept it alive, a double by Sales, and then back-to-back errors in the outfield, then a misplayed ball that resulted in a double for Speed, which maybe was just a single before that happened. Another misplayed ball somewhere in there. All 3 outfielders had some issues in that inning. And 10 runs across the plate. They add 5 more as they bat through the batting order again in the third inning, and they go through the order again to end the game here in the bottom of the fourth with 6 runs, a 22-7 win. Tegan Sales on the day goes 3 out of 5, a couple of doubles and a triple, 2 runs scored and an RBI. Aiden Bird 0 for 3, scored a run reaching on error. Colton Melhoff was 1 for 5, reached twice on errors, had a couple of runs scored and an RBI. Max Speed, 2 doubles and a triple. He scored 3 runs and had an RBI. Also reached on one of the 5 errors committed by Cody. Ben Hassett got hit by a pitch his last 2 times up, had a single in there, scored 3 times. Noah Wald, 2 doubles in that 10-run second inning, had a strikeout and then a single in this last inning, scored a run with an RBI. Adam Jansen goes 2 for 4, had a couple of stolen bases that also ended up resulting in a delayed double steal. Runner from third scoring on the stolen base. Jansen got caught in the hot box on that first one and somehow dove under the tag to stay safe at second. Cooper Kimball, in his first action of the season that we're aware of, goes 2 for 3, had a double, scored a couple of runs, had an RBI. And Colby Witt, a couple of singles his first 2 times up, scored a run, had a couple of RBIs, drew a walk, and scored a run here in the last inning. Burke Eschmeyer started the game for the Stars, went 2 innings, 6 hits, 7 runs, 6 of those earned, no walks, 2 strikeouts. Anders Lockhart comes in relief, goes 2 innings, gave up a hit, no runs, no earned runs, of course, no walks. He struck out 4. We're going to take a break, and we'll come back with the Paisanos player of the game as we continue here with 320 baseball on the Soundbites Vintage post-game show.
At Mike's Auto Sales, you'll be dealing with the owner, Mike Kuhn. He's been in the business a long time and knows just how important you are. In fact, ask about the 3-month, 3,000-mile You Matter guarantee. Follow them on Facebook. Find the full inventory online at Mike'sAutoSalesRC.com. They're located at 308 East North Street or call 605-231-8890. Thanks so much to Mike's Auto Sales for supporting local sports and this webcast. Dakota Discount RV is your local RV dealer. Big thanks to Kevin and the gang for their participation in these webcasts. It's summertime and they are ready with a fresh lineup for your camping adventures. Find Dakota Discount RV in Rapid City at 3330 Mall Drive and just off exit 48 on JB Road in Somerset. Sales, parts, and service, 605-388-8243, and their website with their full inventory at DakotaDiscountRV.com. Paisanos Pachias, pizza and more, tasty appetizers, homemade soups and salads, signature sandwiches, and don't miss the daily specials. If you haven't had Paisanos Pizza, you haven't had pizza. Dine in or carry out, call 605-341-6941 or visit Paisanos at 3618 Canyon Lake Drive. You can also follow along on Facebook. Thanks to Stacy and everyone at Paisanos for their support of Rapid City Sports and this webcast.
Tom Anderson back with you in Mike's Auto Sales broadcast booth as we wrap up day one of the Black Hills Veterans Baseball Classic. Let's take a look at the other scores from today in the post-22 pool. In game number one, Alliance down Gillette 2-1. Then Alliance took out Laramie by a score of 18-8. The 18U Prime Mountain West team shut out Laramie in the third game over at the Fitz, 8-0. Dickinson and Grand Junction, post-22 in Grand Junction. We do not have finals on those games. Here at Pete Lean, it was Elkhorn, Nebraska with a 10-1 win over 16U Prime Mountain West. Sheridan downed Elkhorn in the second game 10-7, and then Sheridan took care of the Billings Bandits U16 4-1. Billings and Huron was a game going on when the rains came. At the end of 4, Billings had a shutout going, and they were up by a score, I believe, of 8-0 or 9-0. And with the 8-run rule, they just needed to get through the top part of the fifth, and the game would have been over. Huron scored 3 runs, and the rains came. So assuming that they revert back to the fourth inning, Billings wins that game 9-0 with a no-hitter. And in the last game here tonight, it was the Stars 22-7 over Cody. Tomorrow, post-22 pool. In the 9 o'clock game, it is the 18U Prime Mountain West taking on Alliance. Post-22 plays Laramie at 11:30, one of their 2 games on the day. Gillette and Dickinson at 2. At 4:30, it's Gillette and Grand Junction. Then post-22 takes on Dickinson in the late game at 7 o'clock. Here at Pete Lean at 9 o'clock, it's Cody versus Elkhorn. 16U Prime Mountain West against Sheridan. Huron takes on 16U Prime Mountain West at 2 o'clock. At 4:30, we are back with it. Post 320 against Huron, and that will be followed by post 320 against Billings. So we've got a couple here for you tomorrow night on YouTube. Games continue on Saturday. I will not be here for the Saturday game. I am covering the War Eagles this year as well, so I'll be over at School of Mines football stadium, O'Hara Stadium. But they will have a game. We'll have it streamed here for you. And then on Sunday, post 320 and post 22, according to the tournament rules, play the last game of the day regardless of what they're seeded. So 4:30, it looks like, is the last game here at Pete Lean. So we'll have a better idea on Sunday morning, Saturday night, where we're at for that. Paisanos, Piquia, they present the player of the game. Paisanos Piquia, pizza and more. Dine in or carry out. Call 605-341-6941 or visit Paisanos at 3618 Canyon Lake Drive, just down the road here from Pete Lean. If you haven't had Paisanos Pizza, you haven't had pizza. And with all the hitting going on, all the scoring going on, I couldn't pick any of the hitters because everybody had such a great night. But really the key to this game, after 7 runs scored by Cody in the first 2 innings against the ace, Burke Eschmeyer, Anders Lockhart comes in and pitches 2 innings, gives up just 1 hit, strikes out 4. He is our Paisanos player of the game. It's Anders Lockhart. So we will have a doubleheader here tomorrow. We want to thank all of our sponsors, of course, Beersbach Equipment and Supplies, Strive Fitness, Denny Menholt Auto Group, Shields, Tatco Construction, Water Tree Hot Tub Saunas and Water Treatment, McKee Ford, South Dakota Mines, and Scoopy Cow. Also American Family, Davis & Associates, Nick Davis Agent, the Stuart Martin Remax Results Real Estate Team, Complete, HVAC, and ANCO, builders of infrastructure and communications, and our webcast sponsors. Playmakers, located in the Uptown Rapid Mall in the J.C. Penney Wing. Follow them on Facebook for all the latest inventory and events. Go online at playmakersllc.com. Mike's Auto Sales, ask about the 3-month, 3,000-mile You Matter guarantee. Follow them on Facebook and find the full inventory online at mikesautosales.rc.com, located at 308 East North Street, or call 231-8890. Dakota Discount RV, your local RV dealer with 2 locations, 3330 Mall Drive and off exit 48 on JB Road in Somerset. Call for sales, parts, or service at 388-8243. They're online at dakotadiscountrv.com. Traders Market, located in the Uptown Rapid Mall with more than 4 dozen vendors. If you can't find it at Traders Market, you may not find it. Open Friday and Saturday 10 to 5, Sunday 10 to 4. Paisanos Paquia, we just talked about them. And Soundbites Vintage, your entertainment destination, located in Traders Market in the Uptown Rapid Mall. Discover a better way to buy your music, movies, collectibles, stereo equipment, and more. Open Friday and Saturday 10 to 5, Sunday 10 to 4. That's my store. So come by, say hi, talk about some 320 baseball. And don't forget, we also bring you, with those same webcast sponsors, Rapid City War Eagles football, and they will be playing their 3rd game of the year, 1-1 on the season. That kickoff is at 6 o'clock on Saturday. So if you're at home watching our webcast, tune in both. Jump back and forth between them. So that is going to wrap things up. So, again, final here for Post 320 in the first game of the Vets Classic. A 22-7 win. They moved to 14-6 on the year. Cody drops to 13-7. So thanks to all the sponsors, and thank you for watching and listening. This is Tom Anderson from the Mike's Auto Sales broadcast booth. This has been Post 320 Baseball.